you guys, but I could use a little freshening up after this long isolation and kind of some wintry weather. So let's bring some newness today. So however you would like to start, maybe you start seated or lying down. And just let this connection to breath, this is our kind of segue into our physical practice. Grounding us into this moment and bringing us right here. So yeah, maybe you let out a few breaths. Maybe you wiggle around a little bit. Just allowing yourself kind of whatever it needs to get here. You know, we were just talking about the elements and how we have different kind of makeup of the elements, the way they kind of display in our beings. And so how one of us prepares for this moment is different than another. So just allowing yourself to tap into your energy, into your being. Notice if that means you lie down or you sit. Maybe notice how your energy feels if your palms are face down or face up. You can close the eyes if you'd like. You can scan your physical body if you'd like. I'm not judging the way that anything feels, we're just noticing the different parts of our body. Maybe your next exhale, feeling the chest and the stomach kind of drop in towards the middle of the body, maybe feeling yourself become heavier into the earth. And maybe softening that inner gaze. As we embark on our asana practice today, let's just say out loud or to ourselves, just one round of our meditation this morning, just to ourselves. And April sent this to me earlier this week. Just laying the foundation, kind of tilling the field to plant the seed of loving kindness for ourselves. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be free from suffering. May I feel connected to Source. Let's move and breathe in the essence of those powerful words this morning. As we cultivate that in ourselves, so it can ripple out into our community. You're welcome. Maybe you want to sit here in a seated meditation for a while. It's always an option. If you're ready to move and you want to begin moving, then let's make our way to our backs with our feet on the floor, back on the floor. At your own pace and without rush. Again, this is your practice, so maybe this is a time when you sit for just a little longer before you begin to move. If you are ready to move, bring those feet to the ground, those knees to the sky, back to the floor. And then on an inhale, reach those arms overhead, backs of the hands to the earth. Really reach through the fingertips, plant the feet. Feel the feet on the ground. Maybe press the feet into the ground as you feel the shoulder blades really press into the ground as you reach those fingertips overhead. And now let's exhale, sweep those hands out to the side as we draw the knees into the chest, maybe hands on the shins. Let's rock side to side to awaken that low back. And then we'll exhale, bring our hands to the outside of the foot, or maybe the peace fingers, find the big toe, finding a happy baby. Letting those armpits and knees come towards one another. Maybe you lift your head off the ground and you rock side to side, or maybe you leave the low back down. Maybe the eyes are still shut, and this is our moving meditation. Rocking side to side, feeling ourselves completely present. And now let's reach the feet up to the sky, let the legs be nice and long, let the hands come to the floor. And now point and flex the feet. Maybe inhale to point towards the sky. And let's exhale to flex. Inhale, point. Now exhale, flex the feet. Let's pause here. Feel the low back press into the floor as those feet flex. And now relax the feet. Maybe notice the low back relax. Reach the fingertips towards the toes. So we kind of look like the back's on the ground and fingertips reach up, feet are flat. Now maybe lift the upper back off the ground and the fingertips just come closer to the sky. We're not reaching for the toes. We're just reaching for the sky with the fingertips. And now lower the shoulder blades down. Sweep the arms behind us, back of the hands come down, keep the legs lifted. And now reach the arms back up, fingertips to the sky, arms are parallel with the floor. Let the shoulder blades up, fingertips reach as if there were a string on our fingertips, pulling us towards the ceiling, the sky. Lower down the shoulders, arms come behind us. And now bend the knees, plant the feet. Exhale, bring the hands across the sky, palms to the ground. When you get those palms down, breathe in. And then exhale, let's lift the hips to sky. Maybe shimmy those shoulders underneath the chest. And we'll pause in our bridge pose. You can interlace the hands if you want. Breathe in and out. And then on an inhale, lower down the back, moving the hands out of the way if they were there. When you get to the bottom, bring the knees into the chest. A little apanasana. Now plant the feet, plant the hands. Exhale, drive the hips up. Pause at the top, breathe in. Exhale, let the breath go. And then inhale, lower down the hips. Exhale, draw the knees in. And this is our little flow. We'll lower down the feet. Exhale, lift up the glutes, lift the hips. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, plant the feet. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, hug it in. And pause with your knees hugged in. And now let's exhale to bring those knees over hips and ankles in line with the knees. And then we'll exhale to drop the knees out to the right. Letting the left arm maybe come towards the left side of the mat, off the mat. And the knees are over to the right. Breathe in. Exhale, maybe the right hand comes to the side, presses into the floor. Bring the knees across the body. Let the knees float over to the left side of the mat, onto the floor, maybe. Little twist on the other side. Kind of moving our spine today in all directions to start us off. We often will, in yoga, will move before we sit to meditate because that gets our energy flowing. Our energy channels, what we call our nadis, gets that energy flowing through the channels. So we're moving today. Let's exhale, draw the knees in. Let's lower those legs nice and long, kind of lying down in a shavasana. Let's feel that energy settle. Maybe feel the back neutral. The legs are long. And now exhale, plant the right foot. Let's roll over onto the left side, and then we'll press up to a seated position. And then whenever you're ready, coming up to that seat with the legs long in front. And then with those legs long, let's find that strap or that scarf, that dog leash, or that belt, whatever it might be. And if you want, you can bend the knees and place the strap on the feet and send the legs long. However, if you want to kind of lasso the feet, you can pretend like you're lassoing the feet. That's kind of fun sometimes. Just don't hit anybody with it. However you get that strap on the balls of your feet. Let's sit with it. Sits bones grounded, the shoulders over the hips. And now pull on that strap and feel the chest reaching towards the toes. And then maybe you kind of walk those hands closer down on the strap. Maybe you pull a little more. Maybe you feel this in the back or in the backs of the legs. We do a little passive stretching here with our strap and our Paschimottanasana. Let's keep our back nice and long and our gaze past those big toes. Pulling on that strap across the feet. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath in. And now let's exhale to begin to lift the shoulders and bring our arms back and then towards the end of the strap. Now let's bend our knees and then extend into our boat pose with our strap on the feet. And then maybe we come into a bear pose, bringing the feet apart. And maybe we kind of shimmy those hands up the strap and rock side to side in a bear pose, feet apart. Ooh. Give yourself permission to flop around, try to activate that core. Imagine pressing the feet into the sides of the strap. So you're pulling on the strap and bring those feet active. The legs are active. And now maybe we bring the feet together. And we pull on that strap on those feet. Lifting the heart towards the feet, active core. Let's take ourselves a little less seriously in this one and see what we can do. Now let's gently bend the knees just a smidge. Begin to let the hands come back towards the ends of the strap. Feel yourself maybe reclining back just a little. Let's send our legs to the ground. Back might be coming almost to the ground. So send those legs nice and long. When you get the legs long, let's pull the chest up, shoulders over the hips to set up for our Paschimottanasana. So now let's walk the hands down the strap again and fold it forward. And maybe now we tuck the chin to the chest and we surrender here. Letting the breath go. Now let's inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. And this is our little flow now. So we're gonna rock back, bring those heels to the ground, bend the knees, find our variation of bear or boat with our strap, bringing some awareness and activity to that core. Be mindful that the shoulders aren't kind of in the ears, just kind of lowering down, active core. And then when you're ready, begin to make your way into your seated forward fold. So maybe you bring the feet together, maybe you rock back, back, back as you float those feet to the ground. When you get those legs long, you begin to use that strap to bring those shoulders over the hips. And then when you're ready, fold it forward over the legs, surrendered. Paschimottanasana. Couple breaths here on our fold. And now last time, lift the head, lift the heart, lift the shoulders, lift the chest. Rock back, get that strap nice and taut. Bend the knees, slide those heels back, recline, recline, recline. Shoulders down, heart lifted. Extend the legs long. You can bring the feet apart, they can be close together. Bring that chest up towards the feet. Any variation of bear or boat. Legs active, core active, bending knees if you need to. One more breath here. And then we'll exhale, bend the knees, bring everything down, or legs down. We'll come into our forward fold. One last time, lifting heart, lifting chest. Exhale, sigh. Walk the hands down that strap and fold it forward. Paschimottanasana. Let's inhale, glance up at the toes, lifting the head, heart. We can bring the shoulders over the hips. We can move the strap off to the side. And from here, let's bring hands to the side. Legs are long. Flex the feet. Strong torso, find Dandasana. Maybe the hands press into the floor, feet flex to the face. Maybe the heels lift. Those tops of the legs are super active. Breathe in. Now exhale, relax the heels down. If you bring the hands to the thighs, roll the shoulders back. And then exhale, bring hands to the floor. Maybe you press the hands down. If the hands don't reach, then let them hover. Flex the feet towards the face. Maybe the heels lift. Dandasana, staff pose. Breathe in. Exhale, relax, lower the heels down. And then let's bring our feet to the floor. Bring our hands to our shins. And then let's find a seated cat-cow. As we exhale, chin to chest, round the back. Pause at the bottom, maybe inhale and exhale. And now inhale, lift the chest. Drop those elbows, maybe tilt the head back even for cow. And exhale, round the elbows, maybe come out and up, tucking that chin to chest. Inhale, lift the heart. The pelvis is tilting here. And then exhale, round. Inhale, lift for cow. And then last time, let's round and pause in our seated cat. Breathe in and out. One more breath in. Now exhale, just lift the head, lift the chin. Bring the hands behind us so the hands maybe point towards the hips or they can point towards the side. Bring the feet mat distance apart. Let's drop the knees over to the right. And then exhale, bring the knees over to the left. And we'll just windshield wiper these knees to offer some flexion in the spine. And exhale, one more time to each side, moving at your own pace. And when you get those knees to the sky again, feet flat, let's just roll over, coming into the tabletop. We can be so familiar with. And from our tabletop, we're going to make some circles with the hips. So let's maybe rock forward and then swing over to the right. Make some big circles. The glutes go towards the heels, over to the left, forward. Just circling with the hips. And when you're ready, maybe you go and switch directions. Lots of movement in the spine today. Extending and flexing.
And now next time you bring those shoulders back to the front, let's find our first downward facing dog of the morning. Maybe it's not the first one for you, maybe it is, but find your expression of downward facing dog and then move into your standard wiggles or movements, finding what's right for you. Maybe notice this long spine. Let's breathe in and out. Mindful breath. Now inhale, look up with the hands and step the right foot forward. Lowering that left knee down, plant the left hand maybe on a block, maybe on the floor. Send that right hand right up to sky for a twist in our Anjaneyasana. Breathe in, breathe out. Now let's exhale, send that pinky edge hand back towards the back of the mat, towards the floor. And the left arm comes up, so now we're extending short edge to short edge in a twist. Maybe we exhale and bring that right hand towards that left back of the leg and the left arm reaches up for sky. Let's exhale, bring the arms back to extend like they're in a T. Yes. Good. Exhale, the hand comes to the block or the floor, right arm back up to sky. Really nice, guys. Now exhale, bring the right hand down. Heart parallel with the floor. Curl the toes, the left foot under. Lifting that left knee. And now plant the hands. Maybe we come forward and step that left foot to make the right forward fold. Exhale. Now bend the knees. Let's sweep up to stand. When we get to the top, let's feel those feet grounded. And then exhale, sink into our standing pose, maybe joining fingertips. And let's bend over to the left, again, spinal flexion. Through the middle on an exhale, over to the right. And now back to the middle, inhale. Really nice, guys. Exhale, fold forward, forward fold. Have your block coming towards that right foot, step into the left foot, step the right foot back, lower the knee. Feel your hips strong, your back of that right foot steady. Right hand on the block on the inside of that left foot. Now let's twist towards the left. Reach the arm up to sky, as comfortable as that can be for you. And then when you're ready, exhale to bring that pinky edge of the left hand parallel with the floor behind you and the right arm up. Breathe in. Good. Inhale. Maybe your next exhale, that left hand comes towards that right back of the leg and the right arm reaches for sky. Breathe in and out. And then exhale. Fingertips reach short edge to short edge. On your next exhale, that right hand comes down, the left hand frames the foot. Move the block towards the front of the mat, curl the toes, the right foot under, lift that right knee up. Pause. Now let's plant the hands, step that left foot back. And with those feet back behind us, bring the knees down, tops of the feet come down, and now bring the chest and the chin down to the floor. And then exhale, lower the stomach down, tops of the thighs come down. Maybe the hands are under the shoulders or on the side of the rib cage. Let's press up for cobra. And then exhale, lower down the chest. So these are these cobra push-ups that we kind of did last week. So exhale, press down. Feel the back body active to lift the chest and the heart. And then lower down, maybe slow lower. And when you get to the bottom, exhale, press up, or maybe the hands hover and that back body lifts the chest. And then we'll exhale, lower everything down. When you get that forehead towards the floor, press the hands underneath the shoulders, lift up and back to puppy pose. Hips over knees, walk the hands really far forward, press the fingertips down, let the heart sink and melt towards the floor. Anahatasana. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh. One more breath in. And exhale, plant up with the hands. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Step the right foot forward. And then step the left foot to meet it. Let's just turn our bodies to face the long edge of the mat now. So toes face the long edge, hands face the long edge. Bend the knees, rise up to stand. Yes. Wiggle it out, move it out. Maybe moving ankles, toes, knees. One thing my sister likes to do is to bring hands on the knees and just kind of do some knee circles like that. And if you want to boogie, you can do that. That's right, yeah. Loosen up the hips, loosen up the knees. And now let's bring our feet side by side. Then inhale to reach up for sky, starting our Chandra Namaskar. Chandra means moon, and Namaskar means greetings. So our Moon Salutation. Let's exhale over to the left. Through the middle. Exhale over to the right. And inhale back to the middle. Exhale, step it nice and wide. Feeling this newness of the new moon, the support of the feminine energy, filling our space of loving kindness. Exhale, pivot that right foot towards the right edge. The right hand reaches past that foot and then hinge at the waist, Trikonasana, finding your expression of triangle. Breathe in. Good. Exhale, bring the left hand to meet the right. Bend that right knee just a little bit. Pivot the left foot towards the right foot or towards the long edge, finding pyramid pose. Straightening that right leg as much as is comfortable. You can surrender all the way over that leg, or maybe you just stay lifted. Parsvottanasana. Now exhale, bend that right knee, pivot onto the ball of that left foot, and now we have crescent lunge. So you can hover over that thigh. Maybe you lift up into your crescent lunge. Wherever you find yourself, let yourself be there. And now we'll exhale to either fold over that leg if you weren't there already, and then we'll pivot the feet towards the long edge, coming into that side lunge on the right. Any variation with the arms. Heart can lift as high as you like. Our Lord of War, Skandasana. Nice, ladies, one more breath. Exhale, bring the hips to the middle, turn those toes out. Sink down into goddess. Nice, yet. Bring the arms out, bring them down, wherever you want your arms to be. One more breath. Now exhale, side lunge over to the left side. Breathing in and out. Now exhale, plant the hands if that's helpful as we pivot our feet towards the short edge, coming to crescent lunge on the other side. Breathe in, breathe out. Now exhale, straighten that front leg, bring that right heel down. Fold over that front leg into your pyramid, or maybe you are halfway there, wherever you find yourself. Again, allow yourself to be there. One more breath in. Now exhale, bring that left hand in front of that left leg, and then bring the right arm to sky. You can pivot that right foot out just a little, as much as you need. Utthita Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Now exhale, bring those arms and those shoulders over the hips. Pivot the feet towards the long edge. Utthita Tadasana. Let the breath go. Let's exhale, step feet together, bring hands above the head. Inhale when you get there. Nice, exhale over to the left. Inhale through the middle. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, stepping feet apart. Fingertips reach. Utthita Tadasana. Inhale. Maybe close the eyes, exhale. Draw the breath in. Exhale, pivot that right foot towards the short edge. Reach that right hand past the foot. And come into a hinge with the waist, the left hand to sky. Utthita Trikonasana. The breath in the body. Exhale, left hand meets the right. Kind of bend that right knee so you can bring the left foot to kind of pivot towards the long edge and find your Parsvottanasana, that pyramid pose. Maybe you fold over that leg, or maybe you're halfway over. Find your variation of pyramid. Drawing in this lunar energy. Breathe in. Now exhale, bend that knee, come onto the ball of the left foot. Hover or lift for your crescent lunge. From wherever you are, exhale to plant the hands close to that foot so you can pivot towards the long edge and find your side lunge. Skandasana. Now exhale, bring everything to the middle, point the toes, whatever angle feels right so you can drop those hips. Finding goddess, that inner warrior. Feel the heart lift. Maybe find yourself dignified in this shape. And then exhale over to the left, Skandasana. Nice, ladies. Exhale, plant the hands if it's helpful as we pivot the feet towards that short edge. Crescent lunge. Beautiful, guys. Now exhale, pivot that right heel down, angle the foot as whatever is comfortable. Straighten that left leg, fold. Parsvottanasana. Now exhale, bring that left hand on the inside of that left foot. Reach the right arm to sky, rising, and then hinging again into that Trikonasana. Exhale, let's bring our arms to reach short edge to short edge. Pivot that both feet towards the long edge. Find Utthita Tadasana. Let's exhale, lower the hands, step the feet together. Shoulders roll back, maybe hands come to prayer. And pause. Feeling your energy in your heart space. And then feel that energy radiating outward. Let's breathe in. Exhale, release hands to the side. If we're not there already, let's pivot our feet out. We can drop down into Malasana, or maybe we kind of just come into a little ball if that's comfortable. You can have blocks there to kind of come into that ball. We're just going to bring some imagery here. So kind of come into what you could call a seed position. We'll breathe in the soul of loving kindness on which we're planted. And then we'll slowly rise up to stand.
Imagining that seed becoming a strong tree. Ground that left foot. Come onto the ball of that right foot and open that knee up to the side. And we'll find our tree pose. Just a reminder that the great oak was once a little acorn. It was perhaps kicked around the forest, carried around the forest. Starting small and just letting things be. Exhale, bring that knee in, plant the foot. Shimmy it out. And whenever you're ready, ground that right foot. Bend the left leg, bring the knee open. And find your tree. Any variation of branches that you'd like to bring in, of course, you can. Let's exhale, bring that knee back to the middle and plant that left foot down. We bend the knees, rocking forward and back on the feet. And then inhale, reach the arms up to sky, planting those feet. Again, and exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, let's bring the knees back, planting the hands, coming into puppy pose as we melt our hearts. And then exhale, lower down the elbows, the forearms if they're not there already. Maybe extending our legs long. And when we get the front of the body to the floor, let's roll over on the back. And on our back, feel ourselves connected to the earth. And then perhaps bringing soles of the feet together. Letting the knees drop out. Closing our eyes. And winding down. Maybe bringing in an inhale of 4 and an exhale of 6. That can sometimes be helpful before Shavasana or in Shavasana. On your next exhale, let's bring the feet to the floor. You're welcome to come into Shavasana now or stay in butterfly. Let's cross our right leg over the left. And you can either hug those knees or shins into your chest if you have your strap handy. Sometimes I like to bring my strap over my legs and just kind of pull these crossed legs in. Maybe feeling a stretch on that outer right hip with that right leg crossed over the left leg. Let's exhale to uncross the legs, bring the feet mat distance apart, windshield wiper out. The legs side to side. And bring that right foot to the ground. The left leg crosses over the right leg this time. Hug the legs into the chest. Maybe that strap kind of draped across the shins in such a way that you can pull those knees in. Some Gomukhasana legs, cow face legs. And maybe letting go and uncrossing those legs, bringing feet down, windshield wiper, bring out the legs again, or perhaps a reclined butterfly, just to open those hips up after this cross. Send the legs nice and long whenever you're ready. Let's drop into our shavasana. Sometimes in shavasana you might feel as though your legs get a little longer, or your arms get longer. That's the body kind of resting and the body unraveling. So allow yourself to absorb all the movement and the breath of your practice on a subtle level, on a physical level. Just let it all be here. Letting the breath come and go however it arrives and however it departs. Not trying to change it. Another option is yours to either stay reclined on your back in shavasana, or to press yourself up to a seated position for our loving kindness meditation. Just going with the guidance of your energy. If you're sitting up, just give yourself a moment to drop into this new shape. If you're lying down, perhaps bringing awareness to your heart space. And let's all bring our awareness to the greater whole. And say out loud or to ourselves, may I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be free from suffering. May I feel connected to Source. And bringing into our heart space someone that we love. Maybe it's a pet, a relative, or a friend. And say to that soul, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be free from suffering. May you feel connected to Source. Now bringing to mind someone that maybe we've never met, but affects us in some way, perhaps by packing our online orders, delivering our mail, plowing the streets. And say to the light in that person, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be free from suffering. May you feel connected to Source. Now bringing to mind maybe someone with whom we're having challenges or whose emails we really don't like to read. Whatever it might be, say to that person or that soul, that energy, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be free from suffering. May you feel connected to Source. May we feel that love radiate from our heart space to fill our home, to fill our block, our community, our county, our state, our region, our country, our hemisphere, our entire globe. Let's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Namaste. Thank you.